na juu achoka kuwe vilingi. Akuwe vilingi. Juu akuwa asia. Nona asia bawa asia yeto kwa inumba. Asia yenu sipitali. Oba watia ya komobu. Nda ukena. Diyu lawa endi yewe. Nyeju mwana wakwa yutu atuika yu mwana niye ngwekala nake baane kana ekwata asaitewe nye kala kalibu ono tana mini omwe na kuwa mwana wakwa no kana keke kalika twalo yuko atuike kajuno ne kalile ko twana tuyane monde unge eane naende toka twatwekane poso kwa baba yu tukanenga wotejo onewa katatu onewe twetela tuyoka yoka tondo ije twesionde aba amene madayo magazi.
Such cases informed the Alexis Foundation to extend a helping hand to the dwellers of deep-sea slums. Thus, a feeding program was initiated in conjunction with Consolata Shrine, Westlands.
At Consolata Shrine, that is a Catholic church in Westlands. And what we did with Consolata Shrine is that we assist them with a bi-monthly feeding program. This is a program that targets the poor people from the slums around the Westlands area, Deep Sea Slum and Kangemi. We buy food every 2 weeks. We deliver the food at the church, and the food is distributed to these people. These people are a bit on the elderly side, they're adults, but we recognize that these are people who also have children at home. So again, we realize that we are touching the lives of children every way that we go.
Got involved with Mr. Ochira, that is Alexis Foundation, and then he took the issues very seriously, and then he started helping in a way of providing food, beans, especially the flour. He provides, the group buys food every 2 weeks, that is 9 bales of maize flour, and 1 bag of beans. And you find most of the time, because I'm so much involved and I am so much involved with him, usually when I have some problems, some issues, like, let me say, some people need to be paid their rent, medicine, especially the people who come on Wednesday, that is about 70 of them. That is when I usually contact him, and I get so much help from Mr. Ashira, who is in the Alexis Foundation.
Nini wa tukala tukakula. Nundu ninewa mutu. Nanginewa mboso. Nona. Oda niwenda kuuga na kwa nakini na ya ndugu mbemba kyake. Ngauwa mboso. Tukala. Nindeze tu. Ya nditeze tu nindeze tu. Na tiangai ni museo muno nundu ninewa numbi kalitinga. Ngeka atenga tiake.
As Mr. Washira would put it, your entry point is always never your exit point, as clearly demonstrated by this elderly lady whose health has been deteriorating since time immemorial.
Nilikuwa naishi na mchukuu. Sasa mchukuu yangu alienda nyumbani. Kwa maana ndugu yangu mtoto yake alikufa. Sasa huyu alienda huko. Sasa ndio kerani ndio mimi niko naye ndio ananisaidia. Hii macho nimetaka yani nipeleka huko Rudeshwa. Sasa wametengeneza nisioni kama iko mzuri. Sasa nimetaka paka nirudishe. Na hata kurudisha kwenye kutembea mimi nasindwa hata pesa ya kwenda na sina.
When you go to a situation where people need help, your entry point is not the exit. You start seeing other issues that need help, like Christ Chapel Children's Home. You're going there to take food, but you see other things that need attention. I remember last time there were a lot of sick children. So you came to bring food, but there are some sick children who are there. And you start asking yourself, what can I do to help?
They were brought here by the volunteer children's officers from the DO's office. And all they told me, they gave me an OB number and told me that these children have been abused by their mama, and they are looking for the mother to arrest her. And actually it's not the first time for them to go through the same. Because if you look at them, they have so many scars all over, dry scars, meaning that it's something that has been happening. Sulma here is 6 years, and the other one is 9.
Again, feeding the elderly, the homeless, and the street children was not adequate. These 2-month-old twins caught the attention of the Alexis too.
Nakuletea maziwa kidogo mkebe mmoja wanakunywa muda gani?
Mkebe mmoja wanakunywa siku 3.
Okay.
Marino na Franco.
Iko sasa iko sawa?
Iko ya huyu iko ya huyu.
Hii ndio nani alikuwa na shida nini?
Unaona hapa kuna
Marino.
Na sasa wanakugua macho vizuri sana.
Ni mzuri kuona wako. Huyu kwa mzuri wakati huo mwingine.
Alikuwa amechoka sana. Ndio alikuwa unajua alisema alikuwa mpaka huku kumekuwa na nafasi. Unaona. Sasa ni kwa sababu aliandikiwa hiyo dawa. Sasa ndio nimjue sana venye sasa nilikuwa nimezaa au watoto wawili au twins. Kidonda ilirudi, nilifanywa operation, kidonda ikarudi, nikarudishwa tena Kenyatta. Sasa watoto wakakuja wakakaa na mamangu. Sasa kukaa na mamangu sasa ndio wakaanza kuwasaidia maziwa. Sasa sasa venye mtoka hospitali sasa walikuja kuona watoto. Sasa venye mtoto aligonjeka pia alinipatia pesa nikapeleka Kenyatta. Na mtoto akatibiwa.
And here, lessons were in order for Mr. Washira.
Unataka kukaa namna hiyo ukiangalia wale?
Ni kiongo ni wenyita ta uru kiongo. Itareha uko iko ba kana hale igoro ganinyi ugo.
Au ndio ndo atarenda.
Aone leo ni ugo ba. Leo ni yango ya mwana.
Dake ndo wao makurite ikareta wega muno.
Wewe unajibeba.
Sinajua mimi ni mama.
Unajibeba.
Kidole lazima ufanye hivi hapa. Ukifanya hivi hapa hii mshipa inaweza inakuwa na
mkono yangu asira kwa hapa.
Namshikilia. Hapo
Ni mama.
Naona anafanya hivi.
Leo ni alokawega.
Sasa. Franco.
Through vast experience in charity work, Mr. Washira knows far too well that it is not by bread alone that smiles on the less fortunate can be restored. Medical cases are endemic.
With my involvement now, that's when I started seeing that the needs of that home goes beyond food. It's basically a very needy home because it's in the middle of a slum. This is Huruma slums, and you can even see the buildings are semi-permanent buildings made of mabati.
The other day I didn't have money to pay for the exams and lunch for the kids in school, and Mr. Washira just popped in. He was bringing food. So I shared the issue with him, and he told me, okay, I'm not promising anything, but let me go, I'll call you back. Then he went. After some time, he called me and told me, okay, I got the cash, I want to send it to you, go ahead and pay for the kids. I said, praise God. Then he sent the money, I paid, you can see the kids are all in school, and I thank God for them.
Medical well-being of the children is also a dire thing. We are looking at doing a health camp, and it's something that we want to model around, for example, Operation Smile, where you've got doctors who come in and are able to perform operations on children with dental deformities. So similarly, the idea is around getting doctors who can give of their time, look at each of these kids, see what their needs are, what are their medical needs, what kind of medicine do they need, and basically then we fund it.
For almost 2 years now, this entrepreneur has endeavored to curb the many challenges all by himself. However, his heart sinks whenever he realizes that human suffering is so much, yet he can only do this much.
My vision is to grow beyond just the feeding programs that we do and incorporate health and education as some of the other pillars that we stand for as the Alexis Foundation. For example, with Huruma, one of their key needs was energy, which is basically fuel to be able to do things like cooking or heating water for the children to bathe. We have actually implemented a biogas system at the home. And with Grandsons of Abraham, what we do is we pay school fees for some of those boys, because Grandsons of Abraham is a home but is also a school at the primary level. And what we do is that any boy who performs well at the Kenya KCPE level, we actually then support them with school fees for them to be able to go to high school. So, but I believe there's a lot more that can be done around the area of education and health for the well-being of a lot of these children. We are looking possibly at setting up computer labs in some of these homes, and considering that I run an IT company, I'd like to be able to commit resources from the company to be able to then start also teaching these children how to use a computer, which then is just to spur their own creativity. And who knows, we may be able to develop our own breed of .com millionaires from that. In as much as I'd like to be able to take up a lot more with regard to commitments on helping a lot more cases, I'm cognizant of the fact that if I start doing something, if I start a cause or helping a cause, I need to be able to sustain it. So currently, I'm maintaining what I know is within my means with the 3 projects, which is Christ Chapel, Grandsons, and the church feeding program. But I'd like to be able to do so much more. I think there's so much more help, so many more cases out there that require help, and I believe that there's a lot of people out there, given the chance, given the opportunity, would be willing to come in and help and work with the Alexis Foundation.
These projects will not only bring down the cost of running these institutions, but also improve their livelihoods. The question, however, is, can the Alexis do this single-handedly?
Okay, one thing I would like to say is that the Alexis, the only person who provides for Alexis is one person, and that is Sydney. All the food that we get here comes from his pocket. Please, if you could just lend a hand to the Alexis, they will do much more than they are doing today, because we have other things, like we have challenges of paying medical bills. We need things like shoes. We need maintenance of this place, renovations and all that. There's so many things that are needed here. And you find out that Alexis cannot do everything. So we have many other challenges apart from food. We also have a candidate at the moment who is in class 8, and she would like to go to Form 1. Our eyes are all in Alexis.
Our biggest challenge is we are running on money from my son's pocket, from Sydney's pocket. It's his personal money. We've never received a cent from anybody. So we are limited to how much we can be able to assist, even when we see these problems. We are limited. We are totally limited. And the way I feel that we should be going about it is adopting a holistic approach to the whole thing. Like when we are going there, we're giving food. Maybe we are able to cater for medical and education for those who need to go on with their education. So this is our dilemma right now, because there is always a limit to how much you can ask an individual to give.
We are currently looking at some sort of fundraising activities that we hope will help raise some money that can then go towards basically just funding the operations of the Alexis Foundation. And based on the success of that, we will basically look at what other partnerships we can derive from some of the corporate people.
It is assumed that charity and money go hand in hand, but this is far from the truth. More is designed to put a smile to these otherwise sad faces.
Oh, well, charity is... It's not that it's difficult. It just needs commitment. Because it requires your time. More than anything. If you adopt a home, a children's home for instance, and say that you'd like to help the home, it need not necessarily be that you want to support them financially and give X amount of money every month. It could be that you'd like to be able to transfer a skill that you have, train the children in a particular field. It could be that you just want to go and spend time with them, put a smile on the children's faces. There's a lot of people who have in their own homes clothes that you no longer wear. You probably have children at home who have outgrown certain clothes. A lot of these children's home are in need of that.
There are so many things that you can do here. You can bring clothes. You can come and talk to the children. There are some kids who come here traumatized because of what they go through. If one can come and just spend time with them, share the love to them, give them hope. Some of them feel bad because their parents died, and